Let's do that intro over. Hello, hello, it's Beezer, and in today's video, oh my goodness, we'll be doing Genesis Noir Part 5. And I noticed it's been a month, almost a month, since I last posted Part 4, and then I did another video after that, but it wasn't a gaming video. It was supposed to be, and I didn't get it done. I'm just going to risk it for a biscuit and assume that I won't get interrupted. I'm playing with my mic as well, see if I can find the right position to not breathe in my mic so much. We'll figure it all out. But yeah, it's been a minute. I've already had a pretty productive day, so I figured I might as well keep being productive. You know, what did I do today? I went to the park. It was 6 degrees today. I went to the park, and what do you call it? I had a nice workout day, right? Like just starters, I had a nice workout, upper body, did some pull-ups, push-ups, and all that good stuff. And to couple that, what do you call it? I had a nice workout. It was pull-ups, push-ups, some like holds to try and strengthen my shoulders for future calisthenics. Got back home. I had a PB&J before I left too, but I got back home. Had, a nice protein pancake, eggs, bacon. Just trying to get my calories in. And it was a good day for the most part. Then I was also doing some reading at the park. I did working out. I also did some reading of, I'm still reading Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus by Nabil Qureshi. It's really an interesting book. It's just that I put it down and then I forgot about it. And I lost momentum basically. And then I didn't pick it back up. And, I spent days playing Roblox and whatnot. Fun game and all, playing Criminality, but, I wasn't being productive. So, yeah. All that said, good day today. Other than some nonsense I had to deal with my mom, but that's about it. Recently I've been doing water only. Not for any health reason. Oh, that was pretty loud. I don't know if the game audio overpowered. Hold on, let me make sure that didn't overpower my commentary. No, yeah, I think we're good. But yeah, just doing water only, just for self-discipline's sake. I don't need to at all do water only, but it's just it's discipline. My body wants to have juice, well then I'm just gonna give it water to deny myself kind of. And I noticed, I didn't think to myself, fasting for God or anything like that. It's just for self-discipline's sake, for when I do come across a challenge, of course trying to fulfill my purpose and whatnot. It's just I thought this would be something that's good to do, and I'm like, well, what do you know, I'm fasting basically. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And speaking of fasting, it was Easter recently. I think what's today? Today's what, Wednesday? Easter was a few days ago. It's kind of coincidental, not gonna lie. But yeah, overall just good day all around. And here we are playing Genesis Noir. Last I left off, we were doing a bunch of puzzles with drawing lines, if I remember correctly, and that's about it. So and I definitely got my next philosophy theology video set. I want to get more philosophy in there somehow, but don't know how that's gonna happen. I may have to double up the post or something like that. But yeah, and I have my next game set. I'm probably gonna play. I was gonna say Robotic Heart, Atomic Heart, or I don't know, some game on the Game Pass. All these things that I'm playing are free, by the way. So yeah. Now let's get into it. Pretty much solving an odd murder case. As I play, I just noticed I actually don't understand the story all too much other than solving a murder. outside of that, I don't understand it. I don't know if I'm supposed to, if I'm being honest. I'm still thinking about playing Oxenfree again too. My audio just bugged there. Kind of reminds me of the Run series, Run 1, 2, and 3. It's like, it was a while ago too, like all on cool math games. Those games you played when you weren't even allowed to on a school laptop. It's crazy to think that I'm going on 4 years. Well, no, I'm going on 3 years right now because I graduated 2020, so it's going to be 2023. But I noticed there was a video, I looked at my channel. It was a video from 4 years ago, and I remember the context of it too. It was my less than a year is technically faster. Shoot, even now I'm still struggling with upload times and whatnot. But it's just like, what do you call it? I'm just thinking, it's been 4 years since then, so I must have been junior year. It's crazy. You know, another thing I was thinking about is like I have like 2 tones I could use. Like, I would say this is my, this kind of, I don't know. I feel like this would be more my normal voice, just me talking, nothing crazy. But then like, okay, let me try to like dampen or like make my voice more monotone. My voice is kind of monotone as is, but like let me, okay. Or like, okay, in my videos, for like my philosophy videos, where I'm like, hello, it's Beezer, and in today's video, I'll be talking about this or that, whatever. Like, this voice right here, I feel like I should use more often. But then at the same time, it's like I'm not putting any effort into this voice, but at the same time, as much as I think it sounds nice, I also think it sounds kind of depressing. Then I go back to my normal voice, and here I am, right? And now, if there was like no difference in that, then well, I tried, but I try to like make it sound more interesting. But this whole nerdy voice mixed with the deep voice, it's I don't know. It ain't helping, in my opinion. I feel like I could use my voice a bit better. Like when I was working and I was in drive-thru, like one of the I don't know why. I guess it was my polite voice. I was just like, "Here you go, ma'am. Would you like anything else? Would you like anything else with that?" Like just very like monotone, consistent. I guess nothing too crazy. I'm wondering if I should do that here. Like, that would actually take energy, though, I would say. Like, yeah, we're playing Genesis Noir in today's video. I haven't solved the case yet. Like, oh, it just sounds so out of effort. And I could do it, but I don't want it. What's going on? Oh. Alrighty. Interesting. But yeah, I was also thinking like if I should be one of those YouTube channels where I'm like brutally honest all the time. And like I think that'd be a bad idea, because if I was brutally honest and spoke my mind on this platform, you'd definitely understand what I meant by I'm a weirdo. But I guess I'll give you the privilege of a glimpse with my philosophy and theology videos. But yeah, definitely, I'll be talking about the game more on a different video though. This one is just like, I don't really know the context other than a murder. We see this mission played out, or this storyline being played out, but I don't know. And we're getting near the end too, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Look, how many missions do we have left? 1, 2. And we don't have to go in order. I'm thinking 3 missions. 3 missions. I guess not. 2 missions. Well, I might as well knock it out all in one video. This is giving me some good gamer score too, not gonna lie. Getting 70 points per these missions right here. I'd be seeing people at like 100k gamer score, and I'm like, bro, how much time do you have? Or like, is it productive at all? Oh man. Excuse a yawn. I did work out today, and I did eat a good little meal. I gotta finish it off with like 2 to 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Call it a night. Speaking of which, while I be sitting here drinking water only while having my sandwiches or this or that, I'm just like, bro, I understand why juice is like so tempting now, because it's like juice would go so well with whatever I'm eating, but then I'm like, no, just because, just no. And this helped out, being mentally tough, not gonna lie. Oh man. Should I just knock it out all in one video? I mean, that was 17 minutes for one. Well, that was more like 12. That does solve an issue. So, do the math. Okay. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but alright, a murder is a murder. Something I do think about is like how apparently the ozone is like really crucial in like keeping the planet cool, or clouds are. And I'm like, bro, makes me think just naked space. Now it's already really cold for one, being a vacuum and all. Just like, how would you get sunburn and pretty much freeze and get the air yanked out of your lungs at the same time? It's crazy to think about. then there are like the several theories for like the solar system, like a flat Earth or something like that, which I don't really find to be legitimate. But hey, I feel like stuff like that is more like arguments from intuition, and intuition is good at times. I mean, you could logically deduce, we had to come from somewhere, but flat Earth? I mean, it's like primitive knowledge. Huh. It's like primitive knowledge. Nothing really concrete there. Like these guys, primitive. There's no way offline game or a single player game just lagged. Wait, what am I supposed to do? I'm assuming collect all 4 or all 3. Alright, let's get her done. Where are we going? I might have to skip this part. It's just walking in silence. Okay. This game's trolling. We're definitely going to like cut that because what's going on? I think we're getting somewhere. Here we go. Man, oh man, I am kind of tired. Wait, what was that for? Hold on. Okay, alright. Whatever, man. The no context, no dialogue is... it's not helping, to say the least. Finally. I knew I did something wrong with the path. Okay. Definitely have to cut this part because now we're doing a lot of walking. I don't like that all too much. Alright, firewood and one other thing. Let's go. All this is Oliver murdered. That's crazy. We're in a tribe in the mountains somewhere. On some planet to solve a murder. Doesn't get any better than that, huh? Oh, and then another thing I did today was, I think I said it, no I didn't. It was Roblox Aim Trainer. For some reason I can't install real Aim Trainer, but either way, I tried Roblox Aim Trainer first. Well, I didn't try it, I kept playing it, but I did before. Just leave that alone. We've had our fun here, I guess. Oh, brother. Okay, so that was one thing we could have done. Maybe we should follow the signs. See where they lead. Oh, would you look at that? The signs. Quite literally the signs. Or the key. Well, not literally, but you get the gist. What am I after this one? Don't know where I'm going to find this last item, but we'll see. What time is it? Well, 20 some minutes in for the video. 31 minutes total for me. I'm gonna go to sleep soon. I got school, class, which I'm failing, by the way. I got a 64. No, I didn't pass, but I got the highest score so far in my Calc 1 class. The only class I'm taking, by the way. And you may think, how are you failing this class? It's the only one you're taking. Well, you see, the first two tests I didn't try on, you see. The last test I did try on, or the latest test I tried on, I studied. I studied hard, best believe. And you know what happened? I still failed. Also, I feel like there is a piece to be gotten here. I was right. I think. Here we go with the acid trip. Alright. I guess there's nothing here. Well, I don't know if I have what I need. I just want to get this over with. I'm hungry, kinda. I mean, I did eat not long ago, but I'm hungry nonetheless. You know, I worked out today. And I got the itis like not long ago of just me being absolutely tired. Oh, I didn't get anything from that. Okay. I guess I just got an unnecessary acid trip from these tribal people. You know, I be thinking sometimes, it's like, you see all these conspiracy theorists, they're like, they're tribal people, so all these different things. And I'm like, well, obviously, yeah, for one, seeing how they like smoking some plants, but two, it's like, why does nobody else see them, you know? I be hearing these supernatural stories, and I'm like, nobody else sees them, but these small group of people, they just magically see them. Like, what do I gotta do? David Star or some kind of, you know, ritual in the middle of the forest? Like one thing I am like wondering about is the suicide forest. Like when you're in the forest, like you just wait, hold on, I've been here already. Like when you're in the forest, it's like you end up. Oh wait, I guess I'm no longer monetized. I don't really care. But it's like you just lean towards killing yourself, if you will. It was like one of the Paul brothers had like recorded it a minute ago. Like a long, long time ago at this point, a few years I think. And it was a whole controversy. It was like, they were like, oh, you shouldn't record dead bodies, respect the dead. That was so disrespectful. Now, I'm of the belief that you can't respect or disrespect somebody if they're dead. But I could have a wrong fundamental belief there about respect. It's just, I think that if someone's dead, let's see, respect and disrespect, how I think about it is, if a person gets offended, then you disrespected them. So it's subjective. It depends on the person. But if they're not alive to be disrespected, or I mean, to be offended, or, not care, how can you disrespect or respect them, And that's just what I thought about. That's what disrespect is. It's finding something offensive. Now, for God, it would be objective. Like, I mean, if you blaspheme God, then it's just disrespectful. But, like, this is why I don't fare well with dealing with people and, like, oh, they're like, oh, that's disrespectful. As a person who doesn't care about most things outside of God, it's like, I guess you could say, get disrespected or get offended to be disrespected. But, society tells you, oh, you should get mad. You should get mad, or this and that. I'm like, why? I'm not offended. Why should I be offended just because you're offended? And I just think about it, and it's like, well, what's the point? And then back to the dead people, it's like, how can you disrespect the dead? They're dead. But I say that, and I guess it's just like, oh, you can't say that. There's just some things in society where you're just supposed to mindlessly follow along. And I'm like, should I really be doing that? Is it wrong to ask why? Never hurt. That's another thing with tribal people. The hallucinogens, that's what I was trying to say. Of course they saw a lot of things and swear that they knew the truth or something. You're hallucinating. Like, bro, lay off the LSD, calm down. Let's move on. The DMT, calm down, Joe Rogan, Oh. Oh. What in the world? See, one thing I know for sure is I'm a detective, and a detective has a gun. That beats that little blade of yours. Guns make the world go around. what in the acid trip is going on? Imagine if like this was a part of like their females' native roots, and like I'm going into her ancestry to figure out a murder. Could be actually, who knows? The heck am I supposed to be doing? Oh. I get it, I get it. The heck? Okay. Once I got my gamer score, I know this mission's over. I can do the last part. Next video, of course, because, well, there's no way I'm doing another part. Oh, man. Oh, Mike's messing up. Oh, man. About time. 70 gamer score per. Let's get her done. Time for Din. That was part 5. Gonna get it edited, get it done up real quick. Get it up by tomorrow, probably. Or, well, obviously, people aren't gonna understand with my delayed upload and everything. Anyway, one last mission to go, and then we're done for now. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. 4 videos of gaming and then a theology video. Let's get her done.